What's going on, guys? Bullish290 coming at you with another NFL week. We are going to be talking about Week 6 and a little bit of Week 7. So today, or tonight, I guess, I'm recording this on Friday night, so I'm going to be talking about the Philadelphia and New York Thursday night game, and then my predictions or actually what I think of the games coming up. Alright, so, to start off, we're going to be going, I don't remember if there's I don't think there's a Thursday night game this one. No, was there? I don't think there was. I don't fucking remember. I think there's 2 Monday night games. So we're gonna start off the early windows. Texans Titans, really good game. Texans are starting to show a little bit more oomph without Billy O'Stooge. So it's good to see them, starting to play good, but not good enough to beat the Titans and Derrick Henry. If I'm anyone going up against Derrick Henry, really the only thing I worry about is just the one thing I would tell myself, I don't want to get turned into a poster, because Derrick Henry does that to every freaking team. That's what it feels like. And it's always it seems like he just balls out against divisional rivals. And mostly it's the Jags, too. But moving on, Falcons, Vikings. Vikings started off really slow in this game. They probably could have made it a little bit closer if Kirk didn't throw so many interceptions. But the Falcons played pretty well. And it's kind of sad hearing all these rumors that Matt Ryan and Julio Jones might get traded for the deadline, because they both played pretty well in this game. Ravens, Eagles. I remember at one point it's 17-0, and the Ravens kept scoring. I was like, this is not going to be a close game. And the Ravens just I don't know if they let off the gas and they just started giving up because the Eagles started coming back. And luckily the Ravens could close it out, but they about choked it. So it was a little worrying, but they got it done. The football team and the Giants. Oh shoot, I accidentally opened something I didn't mean to. Don't want to see the Lions, Jags game. So this game was just, I don't know. It was kind of garbage, honestly. It was just, it was something there, it was just God, I don't think anyone really wanted to watch. If you watch this, it was for fantasy purposes only, right? Let's be realistic. Lions, Jags, I thought this was going to be a close game, but it wasn't. DeAndre Swift went off in this game, so that's good to see. Hopefully he keeps building on that a little bit. I know everyone was really down on him after the first game, but, Lions are looking a little bit better. Hopefully they can win out. Maybe make a wild card spot or something. I don't know. Browns, Steelers. Everyone's hyping this game up, right? Everyone's like, this is going to be a heavyweight fight. This is going to be some epic, down to the thread, last second game. The Browns just got bent over and slapped. And the Steelers just inserted themselves. It was just terrible. Baker Mayfield threw 3 interceptions. I know he threw a pick 6. And everyone after that was like, oh, it was his bruised ribs, why was he playing then, right? I think this team's sorely missing Nick Chubb. And I think it would have been a little bit better if they had Nick Chubb. So, yeah. At least they scored, but damn, they got shut up. Bengals, Colts. I was kind of sad to see the Bengals lose this one, because they were up and let the Colts come back, which was kind of disappointing, because I want Joe Burrow to succeed in the NFL, and I hate seeing him lose. So I don't know. I wish they'd help Joe Burrow out, but like I said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it every week if I have to, Joe Burrow's gonna keep this team in games, but they're probably not gonna win it because something about that team just collapses when it matters. So, Bears Panthers. It was a pretty close game for a while. Teddy Bridgewater still played pretty well. Robbie Anderson was balling out still for him, but wasn't enough against the Bears, and they moved to 5-1. And I'm pretty sure they're first in the division after the Packers lost to the Buccaneers, and we'll get on that in a second. Broncos Patriots. I don't want to hear any Patriots fans talk about they would have beat the Chiefs if they had Cam Newton because they lost to, like, I think it was the 1-3 Broncos. So, you can think about that for a while, you know. And even though you had, like, what, it was 2 interceptions and the momentum was going your way, and your receiver just, like, I don't know what Cam Newton was doing on that, like, played in N'Keal Harry. I don't know if N'Keal Harry gave up or Cam Newton threw a bad pass, but, you know, when it matters most, he didn't get it done. So, Jets Dolphins, we saw Tua time at the end of the game, and then it was announced, which I'm glad I waited till Friday to do this, or technically Saturday when I'm recording this, to get all the news this week. And one was being Tua Tagovailoa will start for the Dolphins this week. So it's officially Tua time in Miami, which doesn't make any sense. I like Tua. I don't know why they put him in so early, though. You know, I would understand if Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't playing well, but they are 3-3. They're not doing bad. I think they're like second in their division too, behind the Bills. So I would say give Ryan Fitzpatrick a little bit like a chance because he's still playing pretty well. But you know, Miami. I'm not running the Miami Dolphins, so I can't make that decision. Packers Buccaneers. Also supposed to be a really good game, but obviously it wasn't. Buccaneers, all they had to do was just rush Aaron Rodgers, because for some reason the offensive line just played terribly. Aaron Rodgers didn't play his best, which was kind of disappointing, but I always love seeing Aaron Rodgers play really well, like especially lately. You know, I want him to play really well and prove all the doubters wrong that he's old and washed and can't play as well, and that's why they drafted Jordan Love, and, you know, he had a terrible year last year and whatnot. So, Aaron Rodgers just couldn't get much, and it's kind of sad. So, Tampa Bay moves to 4-2, and also in the news, they are supposedly gonna sign Antonio Brown after, and he'll probably play after his suspension gets over with. But this kind of leaves a crowded wide receiving core with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Now you add in Antonio Brown, and you have Scotty Miller, who's pretty good. So it's going to leave some people to wonder what's Antonio Brown's role going to be. Is he going to play more than Chris Godwin? And if so, then what's Chris Godwin going to do and all that stuff? So a lot of questions to be answered. So I guess we'll find out later down the road with the Buccaneers. Rams 49ers. Rams lost, obviously. Don't know what happened. Gabe has been telling me, he's been calling them La Frauds, because they are I think they're second in the division, because the Cardinals, they might be tied, I can't remember, but yeah, I don't know, like they played the Bills, and they played really well, and they just, like, I don't know, they play up to their competition, I guess. So it's kind of weird. We'll see what the Rams do. And then we'll get to the Chiefs last, obviously. So we're going to talk about the Cardinals-Cowboys. This game was atrocious. I remember watching it. I think I got all the way up to halfway through the second quarter, and I just turned it off because I was like, this game is literally it's so one-sided. Zeke fumbled twice. They paid him all that money for fucking him to have butterfingers. And everyone's like, is Zeke overpaid? Zeke was overpaid before you extended him and gave him more money. He hasn't been himself for a while. And if I'm Jerry Jones, like, hey, Zeke, you should probably take a pay cut and give some of that money to Dak, who actually was playing really well this year before he got injured. Dak is still the passing leader in the NFL. 2 weeks removed, and he's still, I'm pretty sure it's been 2 weeks. Or it's a week and a half, I think. Let me check real quick on that. Might be a week and a half. Yeah, a week and a half removed. And he's still leading the NFL in passing yards. That's crazy. Someone I saw that he's supposed to be on pace to throw for 7,000 yards, which would be nuts, right? I don't know if he would have thrown for 7,000 yards. He might have broken Patrick Mahomes' record that he set his MVP year. He might have broke the single season passing. Like, he might have actually thrown 5,500 yards. I wouldn't have been surprised. He was playing that good. And yet he was still losing games, and he's now injured. Yeah. Zeke's highly overpaid, and the only reason why he's good is because he had an elite offensive line. That is what... I think that's what everyone's been saying this whole time. Cardinals played really well. Kyler Murray showed up. And it's always nice to see the Cardinals kind of get one. And they've been playing pretty well recently. I mean, other than the 2 losses, they played pretty well. Alright, so now we're going to move on to my team. The Chiefs and Bills. It was kind of sad. I had a Rainbow Six game. I kind of wish they wouldn't play so many Monday night games, because I always have Rainbow Six games on Mondays. So I got to watch a little bit of it, and then I had to go back and watch the highlights to fully, I think I watched the first quarter, and then I made it home. I think I got to watch the back end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. So, Clyde Edwards-Helaire obviously was the offensive line was obviously the biggest part. They wanted a redemption game for Oakland, and they had it, because they were pushing the Bills back 5 yards or more every run. Like, they were getting it done. So it's really good to see. Defense played pretty well. There's a couple times where Chris Jones, I kind of wish he would have got a sack, mostly because I just I like when our defense plays really well. But we played pretty good, and then the Daniel Sorensen pick to get the game or whatever. And Gabe was telling me, he's like, Dirty Dan, and I don't like Dirty Dan all that much, alright? Yeah, he did all of his stuff in the playoffs and yada yada and whatever, but he's been a liability like his entire... Sorry, my mic turned off for no reason, but he's been a liability like his whole career. And he played really well in the playoffs and whatnot. And yeah, that one-handed interception. But I'll have to tell you, there's a defensive back behind him too. So if you didn't make the pick, then someone other guys would have. It's just a terrible throw by Josh Allen. So either way, it was a good pick, but either way, it's going to get intercepted. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm kind of excited to see what Le'Veon Bell, what his role is going to be this Sunday. We get to see him suit up for the first time against the Broncos. But I don't think he'll have um, a lot to do this Sunday. I think they're just gonna. Clyde's gonna be the future back. Le'Veon Bell might be a third down back or something. I don't think Le'Veon Bell's gonna do a lot right now. You know, still kind of getting in the offense and all that. So, yeah. So, we're now gonna move to week 7. And talk about. Oh, yeah. Hold on. There's a couple of other things I would like to cover before we do that, which was the news this week. So one piece of news was Yannick Ngakoue is being passed around like an STD in the NFL. He was traded earlier this season from the Jags to the Vikings, and now he's going from the Vikings to the Ravens. So we'll see how he does with the Ravens. Guys still on the franchise tag, still playing on the franchise tag, will become a free agent. So I'm interested to see what moves are going to be made. If the Ravens are going to trade away, because I know a lot of Ravens fans that don't like him all that much, right? So and some other news that kind of went through this week. John Ross requested for a trade, and you know, good for him. You know, trade him. If I'm the Bengals, all right, I'm trading him to the IR, right? Trading him to the IR. He has not done shit his whole NFL career except sit on the bench like an injured fuck. He has done nothing for the team. I think he's had two targets and he's caught one pass. Like, this guy has done nothing for you. Just cut your losses, trade him away for whatever you can get. I think you can get a third round out of him. A third round maybe. So it's just like, you know, if he wants to trade, good for him. Just get traded. No one cares. In other news, Giants trade Marcus Golden to the Cardinals. He played pretty well for them last year. I think he had like 8, 9 sacks, somewhere around there. I mean, for a Giants defensive player, it's not bad. And then we have Dante Pettis, who Kyle Shanahan said they have taken calls for a trade, you know, trading him somewhere. I don't know where he'd be traded. Miami, maybe? That'd be a good place, I think. It'd be interesting. Also, another thing I thought that was kind of funny, really weird. Apparently, the Raiders' whole offensive line, was put on the COVID-19 reserve list. And Jonathan Abram, pretty sure, yeah. Don't know what the fuck what they did, right? I guess they just like went out to a fucking COVID party or whatever, and they're like, let's get fucking COVID. I don't fucking know. I don't know where it's gonna go with that. But yeah, like they just fucking wanted people to cough in their faces and hope they get it so they don't have to play. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was weird as shit. Also, I'll go through some little trades. The Jets are trading Jordan Willis to the 49ers. He was the Bengals pick, linebacker. So, kind of something that the 49ers might need with all their injuries that they've had recently. Bills released Quentin Spain, who is a pretty good veteran. He started all games last year, so that could be a really good guy for someone. Marcus Mariota came off the injured reserve list, so if miraculously Derek Carr's play just goes down somehow, we got Mariota. He can play receiver and quarterback, as we learned at the Chiefs and Titans wildcard game. So, on to the next. I thought this was interesting. The Bears signed Manti Te'o and his ghost girlfriend to the practice squad. So, sorry. It wasn't his ghost girlfriend. It was a fake. He got catfish. That's still, I don't know how that happens. Anyway, on to the next piece of news. Seahawks Cardinals game got moved to Sunday Night Football. Saturdays are fucking college, dumbass. Seahawks, I think this might be a good game. Everyone's gonna say this is not gonna be a close game, but if I remember correctly, the Cardinals did beat the Seahawks last year, and Kenyon Drake went off, and then the Cardinals just shit themselves for the rest of the year. But I think this game will be a little bit better, and I think the Seahawks have played more to their opponents than anything. That showed with the Vikings game, because they should have blown them out, but yeah. And this will be Kyler Murray's first Sunday night game. Did not know that. He has played in prime time, obviously, but did not know it was his first Sunday night game. And then the Raiders-Bucks game got moved to 3:05 Eastern, 3:05 Central Time, 4:05 Eastern Time. I don't know how the fucking time zone works, apparently. God, I'm so dumb sometimes. And then, yeah, the Bucks traded, or the Jets traded away their fucking team captain, Steve McClendon. Never heard of this guy before, but yeah. Team captain for you, ladies and gentlemen. That shows how bad the Jets are. Their team captain is some guy you never heard of. So yeah, Deshaun Jackson might be out for a couple weeks. They put him on IR, but he is able to come back when he's healthy, if he's healthy again, I should say. So yeah, moving on to week 7. So the Giants choked, and they lost against the Eagles. And the Eagles fans were shitting their pants. They're like, oh my god, we're first in the division. We beat the Giants, and we came back. We're the best in the NFL. I literally hate the NFC East so much. It is the worst fucking division out of all of football. The fact that the Eagles are leading their division 2-4-1. You know how many teams would die for that right now? I bet the Browns would wish, hey, can we move to the NFC East? Worst fucking division. God, it makes me frustrated. Oh, also, teams on the bye are the Ravens. Hold on a second. What? The Dolphins are on the bye too. Two a time will not be happening this Sunday, guys. I did not know that till just now. Vikings and Colts. So we will see two a time. When do the Dolphins? Oh fuck! Tua's gonna die. He's going against Aaron Donald for his first starting. Alright, guys, let's get prayers for Tua up in this bitch, because it's not looking good for him. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Steelers-Titans, this game should be the fucking primetime game. But, yeah, we'll move Seahawks-Cardinals. Don't know how the fuck this is in. I'm kind of disappointed I have to work through this one. It makes me kind of sad. NFL knows what's good for him, because this is available. I can watch it on my phone. Steelers-Titans, that's going to be a really good game of undefeated. I'm going to say that, and then one's going to get blown out of the water. Packers-Texans. honestly couldn't tell you. They kept it close against the Titans, so maybe they can beat the Packers. I don't know. Cowboys football team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys lost this. And I mean that because literally, Cowboys have sucked ass this year, even with Dak. Dak just made them not suck ass as much. So, football team might win this one. Panthers, Saints. This one is literally you could flip a fucking coin, right? Oh, God, just thinking of it. The Saints are so frustrating to watch. It makes me like want to punch a small squirrel. Like, it's just... I can't think. I'm not going to think about it anymore. Right now, the Panthers have been on a hot streak. I'm taking the Panthers. They played pretty well. Bills, Jets, come on. This isn't even a fucking game. This is a massacre. I know the Bills are 4-2, but they're going to fuck shit up. This is their game where they're just going to shit on people because they're pissed about the last game. Browns, Bengals. I'm going to say, you already know what I'm going to say about the Bengals. And the Browns played like ass last week, and they might start Case Keenum. If that's the case, then the Bengals have a really good chance of winning this one. If they don't, then I guess the Bengals have a good chance of winning anyway. So I'm gonna go risky and take the Bengals. Lions, Falcons. Fuck, I don't know. As long as the Falcons don't take a lead, I'm taking the Falcons. And if they do, then I'm taking the Lions. Actually, both are really good at blowing leads. This is rough. I don't know. I guess I'll take the Lions. Buccaneers, Raiders. I kind of want Tampa Bay to win this, just so the Raiders can get shit on and go to 3-3. So I'm gonna take Tampa Bay, even though how much I hate the hype around Tampa Bay. And yes, I call it Tampa Bay because it's just programmed in me now. It's been said too many fucking times. So, Jags, Jets. That was fucking Jags, Chargers. Please God, let the Chargers win. And you might be thinking, oh, why would you root for them? They're division rivals. Justin Herbert has played so well, and he's just gotten so fucking unlucky to lose all of his games he started. So please let this one be his first. 49ers, Patriots. I kind of want to see the 49ers win just so Jimmy G can shit on Bill Belichick for trading them. So, yeah, that's the whole reason. Seahawks, Cardinals, I think I gave my 2 cents on this one earlier. And then Bears, Rams for Monday Night Football. My phone just took a shit. Okay. Now it's frozen. NFL isn't responding. Well, no shit. Could have told you that one, buddy. Fuck, I forgot what it is. The Rams and something. See, I literally suffer from short-term memory loss. I'm just so dumb sometimes. What was it? Bears, Rams? If that's the case, shit. Hold on, it's back. It's back. Let me in. Let me in! Come on, let's go. Let's go. Mic turned off for some reason again. I love it. So anyway, Bears, Rams, both have been put under fraud teams. But I think the Bears are less frauds than the Rams, so I'm taking the Bears on this one. So, guess we'll see who's the fraud after this game. This is actually going to be in... I'm more interested to see who wins than to see if, I mean, I don't care if this is a close game or not. I just want to know who's going to win this. Because then it's like, oh, who's going to be actually like a real fucking contender? And you already know once the Bears get the playoffs, everyone's fucked. They have the greatest weapon of all time when it comes to the playoffs. No one knows why this guy plays so fucking well. But Big Dick Nick, I'm sure he'll show up. And obviously, he didn't play well with the Jags last year because they're not a fucking playoff team. And they weren't playing in the playoffs, so that's why. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my shit posting when it comes to the NFL. A lot of interesting things that have happened so far in this week. Can't wait to see how some of this will pan out, I'm kind of excited more to see Tua time, but too bad we're gonna have to wait till next week to see how Tua time goes. And if he plays well, they might start him against the Bengals, and that might be the showdown everyone's been wanting to see. I mean, I don't know about everyone else. I've kind of wanted to see it. But yeah. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.